Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Woo! All right. Just got up out of PetSmart. We just shopped for 3 of these. We got some Nulo adult turkey salmon chickpea recipe dog food. We got 3 of those. We got a bag of Nulo Metal Series chicken bone broth home style. And we also got a big old bag of adult size salmon and sweet potato recipe dog food. That's gonna be for our customer. I am knocking out this shopping order on DoorDash, and I was just recently deactivated on Spark. Walmart is actually right there. And you know what? Even though I'm not at Walmart, I'm still in the same parking lot doing shopping orders, facilitating them for customers. And if you've been deactivated on the app, don't fret. If you're a shopper like myself, I used to do a lot of orders on Walmart Spark, a lot of shopping pay orders. You know, I was one of the fastest people they had up in there shopping. But just because I'm not able to shop on one app don't mean that there ain't still shopping opportunities in my area. This order right here came in at $17 for 4 miles on the DoorDash app. Let's see if we got a screenshot. Doesn't really matter if we did or not, but let's just go ahead and see. Yes, we got $17.75 for 4.6 miles. 5 items. Actually, only 3 barcode scans because it turned out we had a 3-item count on the dog food. And I was ready to spend a whole hour on this order because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be, you know, 3 big old bags of food. It was gonna be hard to find stuff.
Turn right onto Junction Drive.
Yes, I was
Then
making
turn
that
left
right.
onto Whistle Stop Drive.
But it actually was super easy. We got it done super quick, and it's probably gonna end up being a 30 minutes or less kind of order. And the reason I make this video is somebody out there needs some motivation.
Onto Whistle Stop Drive.
It's about to be me because they messing up my video. Somebody out there needs some motivation. You know what I'm saying? These apps, they hold all the cards. They can deactivate you whenever they want, whether you did something wrong or not. In my case, I'm definitely at fault. But what's more important is what you gonna do when you get deactivated. Are you gonna hop right back on the horse and figure it out? Are you gonna switch gears? Me? I'm switching gears. You know, I'm hopping back on the horse, but I'm also switching gears because I'm taking advantage of other shopping opportunities in my area. Which leads me to my next point. DoorDash has Pro Shopper. I got 5 out of 6 towards the Pro Shopper. And I'm not really one to worry about programs, especially when it comes to DoorDash. But this Pro Shopper could be very beneficial. A lot of you guys have been sending me screenshots showing me some of the great orders that you get. And I find myself thinking, I'm like, hey, maybe if I get Pro Shopper, get a little well versed in the different places that I'm able to shop at besides Walmart in my zone, maybe I can make the same money or potentially more money by having more opportunities to shop at merchants other than just Walmart. Let me check on this Grubhub order. Man, if I wasn't already on this shopping order heading up to the college campus, I would have took that Grubhub order. It came in at $9.60 for 5.5 miles. And you know what? Grubhub even got a $2 incentive tonight. So you know what? If I wasn't going all the way to the college, I would have definitely multi-apped and stacked that order. But you know what? I'm still happy with what I got. This order is going to be 30 minutes or less, and I'm going to make $17.75. And it might just knock me into that Pro Shopper status. But the point is, don't keep all your eggs in one basket, that's for sure. Whenever one door closes, it's definitely an opportunity for some other doors to open, or maybe you just to go through some doors that you ain't been through in a while. Case in point, I'm about to start knocking out these shopping orders. I'm about to start going to these Walgreens, these CVS, these Snooks, and these Deerbergs, and I'm finna see if that has an impact on the amount of earnings I'm able to make and the opportunities that I see in my zone. And the same goes for Grubhub. If I see good shopping orders on Grubhub for CVS or, you know, whatever the case may be, I'm going to be hopping on those too. Because Walmart Spark was on a decline anyway. So this might just be a blessing in disguise. We got that order dropped off and I just accepted $4.75 for less than a mile at 54th Street. That order paid us, what was it, $7.75 in base pay, and $7.25 in base pay, and a $10.50 tip on that order. So not bad. Now we finna head over to 54th Street, and total time so far is 25 minutes. So from the time I accepted that first order to drop off now, 25 minutes, and we have a 7-minute drive to 54th Street. And I really don't be accepting $4 orders. For real, I really don't be accepting them. But the thing is, I already got to drive all the way back to 54th Street. That 7 to 10 minute drive was happening regardless. So while I would love to have a $6 order or a $7, $8 order waiting on me when I get back over there, this one's only paying $4.75, but it's like a 9 out of 9.99 out of 10 chance that this order is going to be ready when I get there, because I do a lot of business with 54th Street. They're very good about having those orders ready. And this is a little bitty order, but it is some kind of tip on it. Normally, you don't see no $4.75 base pay order coming out of 54th Street. It's probably $2 base pay, $2.75 tip, and they live probably on the next street over from 54th. So all in all, it's not the worst order in the world. Definitely ain't the best, but it ain't no point in complaining about it. We got to get this money, and if everything works out, we'll have it dropped off before we get to the 30-minute mark, which will put us at about $22 for the first half an hour using DoorDash, and that's a win right there. So no complaining. Let's get this money. All right, we here at 54th Street. DoorDash just hit me with an additional $11.50 for 11.4 miles. I'm gonna have to decline that. You know, that is a very, very far drive. A very, very far drive. You know, I'm just gonna sit here and be patient and wait on this order, and we'll drop. You know, 11 miles is kind of far, but you know what? This right here, this is looking a whole lot better. We just got an additional $6 for 2 miles. Now that I can do. That I can do. And look, this the thing. I'm not sure if you know what, it's not a stacked order because they sent it to me and then they sent me another one. So this one is going to be an add-on. So it might actually be a $4 tip on there, but it's a good chance that it might be more than a $4 tip on there. So I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and call them and let them know we got 2 orders now. Just like that, we went from having one order that's $4.75 to now we have 2 orders, and we have a total mileage of, I guess, 2 miles, because we're going an additional 2 miles, and the first order was only going a block or 2 over. Together, these orders are going to pay $10.75. And honestly, if they would have sent me $10.75 for 2 pickups, 2 separate drop-offs, even though the pickups was the same spot, I wouldn't have accepted it like that. Because when they send you a stacked order on the offer screen, that means you're getting a $2 base pay, and one of the orders you're not getting the base pay for. So with it being sent to me this way, I'm sure that I'm getting $4 in base pay. And I could still get the same, you know, $10.75, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a little bit more than that now that these orders came in this way. I'm getting 2 separate base pays, 2 separate confirmed tips from the customer. So we might be in good shape. Looks like this the order right here.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
For Tammy and Alyssa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That one's Tammy.
Alrighty, I'll sit Tammy right there.
And then here's Alyssa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
All right. You have a good night. Oh, both of them.
Yes,
Thank you.
both those bags are for Alyssa.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Have a good night.
You too. Alrighty, guys. So just like that, we got both orders. And like I said, it could be a situation where we only getting $10.75, but look at this second order they just sent me. It's literally 2 bags. So now that even further solidifies why I believe it's going to be some additional tips on this one. Because let's just say it would have been 1 bag like the first customer. That would have been okay too. But the fact that they ordered more lets me know that, boom, now my chances of getting a little bit more has increased. And speaking of, Grubhub is sending me $16.66 for 11 miles. Yeah, we can't do that, Grubhub. Let me show y'all this. $16.77, my bad, for 11 miles. We cannot do that. Distance is too far. We got to knock out. "40 minutes into the shift." It is 6:40, and we just got our next order. Well, before I talk about the next order we just got, that order that we just dropped off did in fact go up by $1. Even though it's only $1, it still means everything because my intuition was right. That $1 sometimes gonna be a quarter. Sometimes it's gonna be $10. But it happened to be $1 this time. We got $7 from that second customer that had 2 bags of food. So that's a win right there, bringing our total to $29.50 for the first 40 minutes. And I don't know what's going on. Maybe DoorDash know that Spark deactivated me because we just got blessed, y'all. We just got blessed. We just got a stacked order. Right after I was talking about stacked orders, we just got one, y'all. Check this out. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on screen right here so you can go ahead and have a gander at it. We got a double pickup at Pizza Hut. And just like I was saying before, since this is a stacked order, 2 pickups, even though they're from the same spot, 2 drop-offs. They sent me 2 orders for 2 separate customers at the same time, meaning I'm only going to get 1 base pay. But we got lucky because this is actually the biggest order I've gotten for food delivery, and I don't know how long on DoorDash. We just got $26.32, 6 mile total distance, 6.7 actually, but basically 6 miles. Man, tell me why this is the best piece of order I done got in I don't know how long. So we heading over here to Pizza Hut. We do got drive-through pickup on this one, but I'm just finna wait until both of them ready, walk in, check with them, make sure I got my pizza bag verified, and we're gonna keep it moving because this is a great order. We theoretically, it say I should have this order delivered before 7:15. If all works out, we should have this order delivered before 7:10, bringing us to almost freaking $50 for the first hour. Look, before I get ahead of myself, let's get there. Let's get the piece of pies picked up, and then we'll see what's going on. Cause it looks like, nah, this is gravy, yo. It don't even look like it's 6.7 miles. I think they might have miscalculated because ain't no way this is 6.7 miles. You know, I'm actually quite curious. We got $26 for 6 miles. Like, there's got to be a hidden tip type of order, right? If it's any order that got hidden tip potential, this got to be it, right? It got to be. So we heading to the first customer right now. We have a distance of 1.2 miles from the pickup location. So let's drop off this first part of this order, head to the second part. And before we depart from the first customer, I'm going to let you know what the GPS says for mileage because it's really important. Depending on how many miles it says on this next part of this delivery, that's going to let me know or not if this is going to be turned out to be a super banger. We got quite a bit of pizza up in the whip with us. You know, I be picking up some Pizza Hut orders and usually it be just like one pizza box. One little small personal pan pizza box. These people got like $60 worth of pizza a piece. So I don't know, $26, 30 something cents. This could go up, but you know what? Let me not get my hopes up. Let me just facilitate this order and be happy with what I get. We have just dropped off the first order and checked the GPS. We have a 3-mile drive exactly to customer number 2. Now, don't mind that time because that's most definitely wrong. We're going to be there before 7:22. But the total mileage on this is looking like 4 miles. $26, 4 miles. Will it go up? I don't even care at this point because this is a solid first hour of. We got $26.32. So it didn't increase, but this was still a great order. $11 in tip from one customer, $12.82 from the second customer. So this is a great order right here. And now that brings our total to $55.82. I'm about to pause this thing. We had a 20% acceptance rate, y'all. Let's go.